The government made a historic decision to make it legal for people who own a drone to fly them at night,
hovering silently over a rural field. It moved with an unnatural precision, defying the known laws of aerodynamics, and caught the attention of a local man armed with a high-powered drone interceptor. What followed was a moment that would change everything we thought we knew about extraterrestrial life, technology, and humanity's place in the cosmos. For years, the existence of UFOs has been a matter of speculation and controversy. Government documents, declassified files, and eyewitness accounts have only added layers of mystery. Yet, despite the mounting evidence, the skeptics have remained steadfast in their dismissal. That all changed when this man took down a UFO drone and exposed its contents to the world. When the UFO was brought down, the first thing that struck observers was its construction. Its outer shell, a metallic alloy unlike anything on Earth, seemed to shift and shimmer in the sunlight, almost as if it were alive. Advanced spectroscopy revealed that the material contained isotopes that don't naturally occur on our planet. This alone was enough to send shockwaves through the scientific community. But it was only the beginning. Michio Kaku, one of the world's leading theoretical physicists, was brought in to analyze the findings. His initial reaction, awe. Kaku described the craft as a marvel of engineering, a piece of technology so advanced that it might as well be magic to our current level of understanding. But it wasn't just the materials or the design that shocked him. It was what was inside. The inner workings of the UFO drone revealed a complexity beyond human comprehension. At first glance, the interior appeared to be an intricate maze of components, each smaller and more sophisticated than anything our most cutting-edge labs could produce. The wiring wasn't wiring at all, but rather a network of quantum filaments that seemed to conduct information instantaneously. It was as though the craft's systems were alive, processing data in real time and adapting to its environment in ways that bordered on sentience. Then came the discovery that truly terrified Kaku and his team, the data core encased in a crystalline structure. The data core seemed to be a repository of information, a library of knowledge far beyond what we could even begin to decode. Using advanced imaging techniques, the team found that the core emitted a form of energy previously unknown to science. This energy didn't just power the craft. It interacted with the quantum field itself, effectively bending the fabric of reality. In other words, the UFO wasn't just a machine. It was a gateway to a deeper understanding of the universe. The data core wasn't empty. Embedded within it were holographic projections, visual representations of data that could be accessed with the right frequency. These projections revealed star maps, diagrams of complex molecular structures, and what appeared to be language. Linguists, physicists, and computer scientists worked together to decode the symbols, and what they found was chilling. The language wasn't just a means of communication. It was a form of programming. Each symbol represented a mathematical equation, a set of instructions that could manipulate physical reality. It was as though the creators of this craft had unlocked the code of the universe and were using it to rewrite the rules. But who were these creators, and what was their purpose? Kaku and his team delved deeper, analyzing every fragment of data they could extract from the core. One of the star maps pointed to a solar system located over 100 light-years away. The molecular diagram suggested advanced bioengineering, hinting at the possibility that the creators were not just technologically advanced, but biologically enhanced as well. Then came the most terrifying revelation of all. Among the holographic projections was what appeared to be a series of events, a timeline spanning millions of years. It showed the evolution of galaxies, the rise and fall of civilizations, and finally, a depiction of Earth. The projection zoomed in on our planet, showing a series of events that matched our recorded history with uncanny accuracy. But it didn't stop there. The timeline extended into the future, showing catastrophic events that had yet to occur. Natural disasters, global conflicts, and an ominous event labeled simply as the Singularity. This revelation shook Kaku and his team to their core. Was this a warning, a prophecy, or was it simply a record of probabilities calculated by a far superior intelligence? The implications were staggering. If the creators of this craft had the ability to predict future events with such precision, what else were they capable of? And why had they sent this drone to Earth? As the team continued their analysis, they discovered another layer of data hidden within the core. This layer required a level of computational power far beyond what was available. Kaku turned to quantum computers, enlisting the help of the world's top minds in the field. After weeks of continuous processing, they finally accessed the hidden data. What they found was both fascinating and terrifying. The hidden layer contained detailed instructions, not for humans, but for the craft itself. It was a self-repair protocol, a set of algorithms designed to rebuild the drone using materials found on Earth. This explained the craft's strange composition. It had partially reconstructed itself after landing. But why? The instructions also included a failsafe. If tampered with, the craft would initiate a self-destruct sequence powerful enough to obliterate a city. This discovery raised even more questions. Was the drone sent here as an exploration device, a scout, or was it something more sinister, a precursor to an invasion? The team's attempts to communicate with the craft yielded no results, but one thing was clear. It wasn't here by accident. The precision of its design, the intricacy of its systems, and the depth of its data all pointed to a deliberate mission. Michio Kaku couldn't shake the feeling that humanity was being tested. The craft seemed to be evaluating our capabilities, our understanding of the universe, and perhaps even our intentions. Were we being observed, judged? And if so, by whom? As the investigation continued, the UFO's impact on the scientific community was profound. Researchers from every field began re-evaluating their theories in light of the new evidence. Quantum physicists explored the craft's energy systems, biologists examined its implications for life beyond Earth, and engineers sought to replicate its technology. But amidst the excitement, a sense of dread lingered. The data core's timeline of Earth's future became a subject of intense debate. Could these events be prevented, or were they inevitable? The projection labeled the Singularity was particularly troubling. It seemed to depict a merging of biological and artificial intelligence, a moment when humanity would either transcend its limitations or face its downfall. Kaku described it as a fork in the road, a pivotal moment that would determine the fate of our species. Public reaction to the discovery was equally intense. News of the UFO drone spread like wildfire, sparking a global conversation about extraterrestrial life and its implications for humanity. Some saw it as a sign of hope, a glimpse into a future of limitless possibilities. Others viewed it as a warning, a reminder of our vulnerability in the face of a vastly superior intelligence. Governments around the world scrambled to respond. Some called for transparency, urging scientists to share their findings with the public. Others demanded secrecy, fearing the potential misuse of such advanced technology. Conspiracy theories ran rampant, with some claiming that the UFO was a hoax, while others believed it was part of a larger cover-up. Amidst the chaos, one question remained unanswered. Why now? Why had this craft appeared at this particular moment in history? Kaku and his team speculated that it might be linked to humanity's rapid technological advancement. Perhaps the creators of the craft had been monitoring us for centuries, waiting for the right time to make contact. Or perhaps it was a response to something we had done, a signal sent out into the cosmos, a scientific breakthrough, or even the detonation of nuclear weapons. The more the team learned, the more questions arose. The craft's design suggested a level of cooperation and integration that humanity had yet to achieve. Its systems operated in perfect harmony, each component working seamlessly with the others. It was a testament to what could be accomplished when knowledge and resources were pulled together without conflict or competition. Was this a message to us, a blueprint for our own future? As months turned into years, the study of the UFO drone continued to yield new discoveries. Its influence permeated every aspect of society, from science and technology to philosophy and art. Yet, for all the progress it inspired, it also served as a stark reminder of our limitations. We were no longer alone in the universe, and the gap between us and the creators of this craft was immense. Michio Kaku often spoke about the paradox of the UFO drone. On one hand, it represented hope, a glimpse into a future where humanity could overcome its challenges and reach for the stars. On the other hand, it was a sobering reminder of our fragility. The creators of this craft were not just advanced, they were godlike in their abilities. And if they chose to, they could erase us from existence with the push of a button. In the end, the discovery of the UFO drone raised more questions than it answered. It challenged our assumptions, expanded our horizons, and forced us to confront the unknown. But perhaps that was the point. Perhaps the creators of this craft wanted us to ask these questions, to push the boundaries of our understanding, and strive for something greater. As Kaku once said, the universe is a vast and mysterious place, filled with wonders we can only begin to imagine. The discovery of this UFO drone is not the end of the story, but the beginning. It's a reminder that we are part of something much larger than ourselves and that our journey is just getting started. And so the world waits, holding its breath, wondering what the next chapter will bring. Will we rise to the challenge, unlocking the secrets of the universe and forging a new path for humanity? Or will we succumb to fear, allowing the unknown to divide and destroy us? The choice is ours, and the stakes have never been higher. It started as a quiet evening in rural America. The sun was setting, and the sky was painted in hues of orange and red. For most people, it was a peaceful evening, but for one man, it turned into an event that would shock the entire world. A farmer by the name of Jacob Reynolds had been tending to his property, scanning the sky for any signs of a brewing storm. What he saw, however, was far from any weather phenomenon. Hovering above his field was a metallic object, silent and eerily still. At first glance, Jacob thought it was a drone, perhaps some sort of advanced technology being tested by the government. But as he observed it more closely, he realized it was something else entirely. The object emitted a faint glow and appeared to be completely silent. Its surface was unlike anything Jacob had ever seen, a smooth, seamless shell that seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it. It hovered in place for several minutes, as if it were observing him. Jacob, feeling both curiosity and unease, decided to act. He retrieved his hunting rifle, aimed, and fired a single shot. To his astonishment, the object fell from the sky, crashing into a nearby field. This is where the story truly begins. What Jacob discovered upon inspecting the downed object would lead to a chain of events involving scientists, government agencies, and even the media. At the heart of it all was Michio Kaku, the renowned physicist and futurist who would later be called upon to analyze the implications of what was found. When Jacob approached the object, he was struck by its unusual size and structure. It was smaller than he expected, roughly the size of a large suitcase, but its design was utterly alien. There were no visible seams, bolts, or rivets holding it together. It was as if the entire structure had been molded as a single piece. Even more puzzling was the material. It felt cool to the touch, yet seemed to pulse faintly as though it were alive. Jacob called the local authorities, who in turn contacted higher agencies. Within hours, the area was swarming with personnel from organizations that Jacob had never even heard of. The object was carefully transported to a secure facility, and Jacob was sworn to secrecy. However, as is often the case with such monumental discoveries, word leaked out, and when it did, Michio Kaku was among the first scientists to be consulted. Dr. Kaku was initially skeptical. Throughout his career, he had encountered numerous claims of UFO sightings and alien encounters, most of which turned out to be hoaxes or misinterpretations of natural phenomena. But when he saw the images and data from the recovered object, he knew this was different. This was not a hoax. The first thing that struck Dr. Kaku was the material composition of the object. Analysis revealed that it was made of a substance not found anywhere on Earth. The material was incredibly lightweight, yet stronger than anything humanity had ever produced. Its atomic structure was unlike any in the periodic table, suggesting it was engineered at a level far beyond our current understanding of material science. But what truly baffled scientists was what they found inside the object. After painstakingly breaching its outer shell, they discovered what appeared to be a highly advanced form of artificial intelligence. This wasn't like the AI we use today, which relies on algorithms and programming. This AI seemed almost organic, as if it were a living entity. The core of the object contained a network of what could only be described as synthetic neurons. These neurons were interconnected in a way that mimicked the human brain, but on a much larger scale. It was as if the object itself was alive, capable of thought, decision-making, and even emotion. Dr. Kaku and his team were fascinated but also deeply concerned. What was the purpose of this object? Was it a probe sent by an alien civilization? And if so, what was it here to observe? As they delved deeper into the object's core, they made a chilling discovery. Stored within the network was a wealth of data, including what appeared to be star maps, equations, and even what could be interpreted as a form of language. But most concerning of all was a series of images and video-like sequences that appeared to depict Earth. These weren't generic images of our planet. They were specific, detailed, and recent. They showed cities, landscapes, and even people going about their daily lives. It was as if the object had been studying us,